Hey friends and nail fam, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today we are live swatching the Faerie collection coming to you in pre-order December 27th at 9 p.m. Eastern, and the pre-order will close January 4th at 9 p.m. Eastern from Ethereal Lacquer. So we will talk about all of the places that are going to be carrying this collection and more at the end. But for now, let's hop into these swatches. First up is Nymph, a soft and muted sage green with glowing magenta pearlescent shimmer. It will be $12.50. First, I'd like to apologize for my voice. I have a slight winter cold, and as far as I could tell, this was one of the most gorgeous polishes for me because it's just so soft, but yet has an ethereal glow. And that is what this brand is so well known for, that I could not get enough. So I technically could have done just 2 coats and been okay, but I did 3 because I know that not everybody likes to see their visible nail line, and sometimes some of us have a little staining. So 3 coats maximum, and I was actually okay with 2 with a top coat, but I digress. Absolutely gorgeous polish. It went on so smooth and no streaks, even though it was a pearlescent shimmer. So I think I'm in love with this one, and I'm actually kind of sad that I have more to go. So, next up is Enchant Me, a sheer beige base with glowing violet pearlescent shimmer for $12.50. So, again, we've got a beautiful base that's just so neutral and unassuming, and then add the shimmer, and now you're dancing in the moonlight with a beautiful pale glowy polish that goes on so smooth. So I'd like to talk about that just a little bit, that I love layering polishes like this over a cream, but in particular, I love doing it with ethereal, and that's because the first coat is so smooth and so even, and the second coat still smooth and even. But if I had a darker color underneath it, I'd still be able to see it through that and have something totally unique. So by itself, already a fan, but also I could definitely see it pairing up with some of my darker polishes. So, speaking of pairing up, this is Hidden Away, and it's a soft tinted lilac base with pink to red to orange shifting shimmer and glimmering holographic flakes. $13.50. I can totally see why, because the holographic flakes are so bountiful in this formula that even on that first coat, you got a ton. They are not shy at all. And I love when that happens because it seems like it almost fuses with the shifting shimmer to create something totally new. But for me, I would wear it in one coat over like a pink jelly or a purple jelly just for funsies, because I want to save and hold on to those flakes forever. And I know it sounds a little crazy, but hear me out. They're gorgeous and I can't get enough. So, next polish is Ethereal Theory, a sheer taupe lacquer with green to blue shifting shimmer and holographic flicks for $13 even. So I'm staring at this polish and I'm like, all I can see is that beautiful green glow to it. And I kept thinking, I could wear this in the spring. I totally could, because it gives you that beautiful springy vibe. And the more coats that I did, the more I saw the glow, which was incredible, by the way. So I felt very comfortable 2 coats with this polish, and I still get to see a little of the warmth from my skin tone underneath it, but also with that beautiful, fresh spring glow and the sparkle of the flakes. So I feel like this one also is very close to being in my top faves, but wait till I show you what comes next and the polish after that, and then the other two, and you'll see why I had to hold out, and it was the hardest thing ever. So if you love magnetics and you love ethereal, you have got to take a look at this. This is Circe, a mauve base with green shimmer and silver magnetic pigments for $13.50. I thought this was such a neat combination because for me, I'm used to the silver magnetic. I'm not used to so much shift that it looks like 2 different colors, and then the silver magnetic just looks like a highlight to the shift. And I know all of my friends who um dabble in art and painting and coloring know exactly what I mean by the silver magnetic pigments have this beautiful highlighting effect. But unmagnetized, it's the perfect, almost metallic glow to a beautiful polish already. And it's so simple but classy at the same time. And I am a fan. So I applied the magnetic, and I had to move the magnet around a little bit to get the angle I wanted. But once I did, like, you see green, you see purple, you see that there's still mauve there, and then you have that highlight of the silver magnetic. I went wild over it, and I hadn't even gotten to the second magnetic of the collection yet. So these are definitely more my speed. I know that earlier this year I swatched some flaky magnetics, and I was so super frustrated because I couldn't get that sharp line. But thanks to all of your tips and tricks and all of your input and help, regular magnetics, I can get a sharp line now, and I am so crazy about it. I guess eventually I'll get to the velvet look, but for right now, I am loving a sharp cat eye diagonal on my magnetic manis. So this is the one that broke me. Midsummer Eve, a violet purple base with blue to violet shimmer and red to orange shifting magnetic pigments, $13.50. I didn't know that there was a red to orange shifting magnetic pigment, because trust and believe me that I would have been on everybody I know who makes polish begging for it and everything. I feel like it would go with green, it would go with orange polishes, it would go with a beautiful golden yellow. Okay, I'm getting off topic. So I was already very pleased with the base. I thought it was beautiful, went on very smooth and even. Also, I didn't have any trouble removing these from my nails. So that is always a huge plus. I didn't have any staining. Also a plus. So I was free to just enjoy the way it sparkled, and like that little hint of blue at the edges that grab your attention before it's magnetized. And I love that it's kind of just like around the edges, like the nail arts, but without all of the work. And then I applied the magnet and fell in love. I just completely lost my mind over this one. I had no idea there was going to be like a flame flare in the magnet pigment. Sorry, I'm sorry. I need to tone it down. But I felt like that was just one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And I definitely want more of it in my life. So I'm hoping that there will be a literal ton of polishes that follow suit like this, because I think I've seen it before, but I don't know if there were flakies or something in it, and I didn't purchase it. So when Ethereal gave me one in a smooth, shimmery formula like I love, I'm over the moon about it. And I could not stop staring at my nails. So I literally had to stop swatching on this day and continue a couple days later. So remember how I was saying I wasn't to my favorites yet? Clearly, Midsummer Eve is one, but Gloomwood is so beautiful too. It's a chestnut brown with green to aqua shifting shimmer and tiny holographic flecks for $13. So the chestnut brown immediately threw me. I was overly excited and started haphazardly applying because I literally just wanted to get to full opacity so that I could see the magic. And I believe like this is such a perfect fall polish, and I plan to be wearing it along with Will, because that was another polish that I was truly obsessed with for that particular season. But I feel like with this polish, I get the brown of the branches, I get the deep green of the forest, and then shimmer to make it a little more appealing and interesting, but keep it out of the prugly kind of category. And that for me is just astounding. I didn't know that it could be done, but now that I've seen it done, I want more. So, last but not least, we have Wicked Ivy, a dark forest green with pink to red to orange shifting shimmer and tiny holographic flecks, again for $13. So, we are definitely on the dark end of the spectrum of this collection, and I am so here for it because I know y'all know, if you've been watching my channel, that I am a fan of vampies. And the darker, the deeper, the richer the color, the more I am drawn to it. And this is no different. The forest green is flawless, and the shifting shimmer warms it up just enough for it to vibe with my skin tone, which means everything to me, because I would hate to have a polish that I'm in love with, but I just can't wear it because it makes me feel like I have dead hands. And that's where it's like the coolness of the polish takes all of the warmth out of my skin. So this is a compilation of all of the polishes together, side by side, and truly, I think that the name Fairy is so perfect for this color story, because you've got your forest greens, you've got your magical magnetics, you've got your pretty flakies, and then your pearlescent shimmers. So, like, I'm very much getting fairy wing vibes. Also, this is the compilation of the half matte, half glossy, where you can see that matte definitely tones down some of the shifting shimmer, but amps up the glow, whereas glossy gives you best of both worlds. So I'm happy that I gave that a try. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I did, and I will have all the full collection information down in the description box for you, because it's a total of 94, but also includes a gift with purchase of one bottle of lacquer in one of two shades, but only when you're purchasing the full collection bundle. So that is definitely something to look forward to. And if you're part of my nail fam, I am sending out virtual hugs. Thank you for everything you do. I cannot wait to hear your opinions of the polishes. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all of the little algorithm thingies. It super helps my channel, and it helps a whole bunch of people discover ethereal and indies. So thank you again, and be kind to yourselves and each other.